I'm Bryan Jones. I'm a professor at Kent State at the Ashtabula campus. I do a lot of teaching undergraduates. My research is in behavioral economics and discounting, specifically social discounting, which is the measure of how people choose between altruistic and selfish options, and we're trying to measure the basically what makes someone more selfish, right? What are the predictors of altruistic behavior? My postdoc, I worked for a few years down in University of Arkansas Medical Sciences in the addiction field, so there's some overlap between judgment decision making and the addiction field, so I'm interested in a little bit in how altruism affects recovery from substance abuse. I'm doing a couple of little projects with esports, so video game addiction, and whether or not there is, because esports has become a huge industry now, and lots of colleges have teams, and so it's a lot like an athletic competition where now, when I was an undergraduate, if you played too many video games, you failed out of school, right? It was a detriment to performance. So I'm interested in whether or not being part of a team can help you stop from failing out of school. And I'm still doing some basic research on social discount. I would really like to understand better how people form their social networks, right? What's the point at which someone becomes a close friend, right? What is the difference between that and a stranger? And so there's a lot of social psychology that on relationship building and how to make friends, right, is a topic. I have some friends from graduate school who study romantic relationships, right? How that changes. So I'd love to do a study on what happens when you become a parent and you've created a new person to add to your family, and how that affects your generosity. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm interested in.
That's pretty cool.
I'm also starting very shortly a study on what's called multi-level marketing, which is when people sell products and services to their friends and family, and then recruit more people to sell those products underneath them in sort of a pyramid type scheme. So there are a lot of these companies where you don't actually get paid by the hour, you don't get paid to work for them, you get paid by sales, and you get paid a residual amount when the people that you've recruited as salespeople underneath you sell products or recruit more people into the system. And so that's an area that is, you instantly create a network of friends, right? If you're selling, the people who've recruited you into the pyramid are going to encourage you because they make money off of you, and you use your social relationships as currency. You sell to your friends and family and try to recruit them into your network. And so there's a lot of it's an area that doesn't have a lot of empirical work on it, but there are multi-billion-dollar companies that are using that model. So that's another. I think you need to be motivated to keep going even when you get discouraged. Right? So when the data doesn't give you the result that you want, it's the ability to go back to the drawing board and to try something new and to keep going. Right? Even when you get a null result, right? The null result is a story, and we should do more publication of basic replications and things like that. Grit. They call it grit, right? When you don't give up despite. That's the buzzword that child developmental people, kids that go through adversity, that still manage to keep going, right? That's grit. They call that.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jones.
Nice meeting.